Hello, I'm Andy.
And I'm Jamel.
Welcome to the additional content for CAMRA's Modern Homebrewer book.
You'll have seen that each chapter has a QR code which takes you to a landing page on the Malt Miller's website.
On that page you'll find links to relevant videos, references and web content to help enhance your experience of the book.
The Malt Miller team have produced these educational and instructional videos to either underline key points or to add to the learnings of each chapter.
As always, we encourage you to like and subscribe to the Malt Miller's YouTube channel, where you'll be able to interact with the team via the comments box.
We hope you're enjoying the book and this additional content.
Kegs for homebrewing come in many shapes and sizes, but generally, Cornelius style kegs are the most popular, whether that be brand new kegs or kegs that have been reconditioned from their time during the drinks industry. Also, you can get small portable kegs, but they all generally work in a similar way with similar components. You'll find posts which allow both gas in and also liquid out. These generally connect via grey and black disconnects. Grey equals for gas and black equals for beer. Inside the keg, there'll be a dip tube which is attached to the product's outpost. This draws beer from the bottom of the keg when dispensing via a tap. Also, every single keg will have a PRV or pressure relief valve for safety. Maintaining and cleaning kegs is a very important step to ensuring their lifespan, but also the quality of your beer. When you first come into ownership of a keg, you may wish to strip it down to its component parts to give it a deep clean. To do this, you're going to need a deep 22mm socket or an adjustable spanner. Use either our adjustable spanner or socket set to take off the posts. It's important to note, before we start disassembling any keg, we pull the pressure relief valve to make sure that there's no gas inside the keg causing issues with pressurized components being disconnected. After we've released any pressure, we then need to take the lid out so that we can disassemble any components on this and make sure they're cleaned as well. The lid assembly is generally very easy. All we need to do is take off the rubber O-ring and make sure that that's ready to be soaked in our cleaning solution later on. Now we move on to disassembling the keg, and the main thing we need to do here is to take off each of the posts. You can use your socket set or adjustable spanner to do this. Once you've unscrewed them enough with the socket set or spanner, you can simply undo the rest using your hands, removing the post and revealing the dip tube inside. The dip tube simply slides out of the keg. This one here is the gas side. As you can see, it's far shorter because it's only intended to let gas into the keg. We repeat the process on the other side, then we can extract the longer dip tube, which is the one that dispenses the liquid out from the bottom of the keg. Some kegs have slightly different posts. They all work in a similar way, just the mechanism inside them, which releases either the liquid out or the gas in, differs slightly. Some can be disassembled into their component parts when it comes to cleaning. Now all of our component parts need to be soaked in a suitable cleaning solution, the same we would use for any of our other brewing equipment. After a suitable amount of time in the cleaning solution, we can reassemble these components back onto our keg. We then recommend filling the keg with an appropriate cleaning solution as well, putting the lid in place and giving it a thorough shake to make sure all the cleaning solution comes into contact with the inside of the keg. Once again, leave this for a suitable amount of time to make sure that everything is clean inside the keg. Now that we've cleaned our keg, we need to move on to sanitizing. The first thing we need to do is make sure we've given our keg a thorough rinse to remove any of the cleaner. Now we can add no rinse sanitizer into the keg. You can fill the keg entirely with no rinse sanitizer, or in this case we're adding around about 5 litres. Once again, we need to give the keg a thorough shake to make sure all the components receive contact from the sanitizer. After it's been left for a few minutes, we can then move on to getting rid of any of the sanitizer from inside the keg. Our preferred method to do this is by using CO2 to actually push the sanitizer out, whilst at the same time purging the keg of any oxygen. This means at the end of the process the keg is completely oxygen free and ready to receive its next batch of beer. We attach the gas supply to the gas side of the keg and make sure we turn on our gas regulator, filling the keg with CO2. You can pull the PRV on the keg a few times as well to release any oxygen that may be in there as well. We can attach a black beer disconnect onto the outpost on the keg, and then we can flush all of the sanitizer out using the pressure that's built up in the keg. Your keg is now ready to receive its next batch of homebrew.